Wasp Woman, the Roseanne story. Also starring a whole lot of bees, but I don't see any wasps. Yes, Bruno Visoda, score. So maybe the hundreds of bees are here to provide contrast to the Wasp Woman, or what? A story by Kunta Kinte? Wow. You know, this movie caused quite a buzz in Hollywood. Oh, never mind. 40 seconds in, I'm already resorting to puns. I've read it 8 times! And farted out over a weekend by Roger Corman. Wow, you know, this movie would look awesome in IMAX. Sound guys from space. The loneliness of the long-distance beekeeper. I mean, wasp keeper. You guys coming? It's the lost Michael Palin character. Good heavens, he's decapitated the Tin Man. Ruth Underwood on vibes. A day in the life of a location scout. Get killed by the Wasp Woman already, come on. He's dressed like Gumby's nemesis, the Blockheads. Uh-oh, Gary Rydstrom's in that tree. Boring, perhaps, but you ain't seen nothing yet. For Corman, this is an action sequence. Nope. This scene ain't doing it for me. I'm out of here. Oh, he's gonna have tea with the woodland creatures. He's gonna smoke him out. Bring him to justice.
Now, don't get nasty, my little friend. Your puppy is not going to hurt you one bit. Just relax and sleep. Sleep. And in the morning, you'll find yourselves in your new home. In my pants?
In my pants? What? So, they're not so much beekeepers as they are bee pisser offers. Oh no, he's gonna Martinize them. He's got a flute section in his case. So you have to be a bee taker before you can be a beekeeper, right? Let's be honest. Don't spare us a moment, Corman. Meanwhile, nearby, the same freaking thing is happening. Ooh, you're gonna need to change that air filter, buddy. This film never lets up, man. Well, I've officially seen enough beekeeping to last me at least 6 months. Chiropodists from space. You know, by cutting back and forth between these two subjects, Corman really amplifies the non-existent tension.
Good morning, Doc. What you got there?
My beekeeping crap, what do you think?
Alan, I found some new friends. Listen. What? You better be careful. They can sting a man to death. Don't worry. We understand each other. They know who their friend is.
The guy who destroyed their home and locked them in a box.
Yeah, but they know when you ain't, too. If you knew about wasps what I know, you'd have no fear of them, my boy. No fear.
An insane beekeeper. Go figure. You know, that gate does very little to keep the bees contained. Thrill to Corman's brother-in-law's truck. You guys ever think about the fact that maybe we're just pissing off the bees?
Hey, you! Give us a hand here!
Oh, I'm fine, and you?
Yeah, surprised to see you out here in the field, sir. How are things running at the front office?
The front office of Pissed Off Bees Incorporated.
I see here you turned in over 1,000 pounds of orange blossom honey and 400 of beeswax last month, Renfro. Congratulations. You've made the top of the list again.
You have the goofiest outfit
Thank you,
10
sir.
weeks running.
Oh, they honey needs your kind of man, Renfro. You stay with it, and I can see a bright future for you with the company.
Did you just have a
I
seizure?
do my best, Mr. Barker. I try to take my inspiration from the bees. Always busy, busy, busy.
What a stupid line.
Yes. What about this fellow, Dr. Zinthrop?
Cynthia? Boy, there's a nut.
Guy wears a mask, hangs around with
You know,
bees.
it wouldn't surprise me someday to see him flapping his arms, taking off after some queen bee with the rest of the drone.
Well, he's paid to do research on royal jelly.
Dana Gould, honey
Got a
executive.
progress report from him in a month.
Well, he has a little workshop up there back of the orange grove. Keeps a few colonies.
Taxes them unfairly.
I suppose I better go up there and take a look.
Just don't say goodbye or anything. Gee, guy. Meanwhile, in the same dull industry,
Hey, you! Where's this fellow Zinthrop? Oh, he's up where the extractor is, up there.
Hey. This isn't a honeybee. These are wasps.
What? Who's responsible for this?
oh God, sir.
Most likely Dr. Zinthrop, sir. I told you he was a crackpot.
Zinthrop, huh? Zinthrop.
It's nice of that guy to follow him around and hickory smoke him. The underground lab of David Cross in elderly makeup. Is the pixie stick really necessary?
Zinthrop. Zinthrop.
Always when I'm playing God, they come. Hey, he's Grandpa Huxtable.
Now look here, Zinthrop. What's all this nonsense about wasps?
I'm so glad you dropped in, Mr. Barker. Mr. Barker, I'm on the verge of a great discovery.
Discovery? What do you mean?
It's like a new thing.
I almost perfected a new method of extracting royal jelly from the queen wasp.
According to my figures, you're better at extracting funds from the company.
Ooh, burn.
Now look here, Zinthrop. Over $1,000 last month for miscellaneous.
Yes, I know. But, Mr. Barker, let me just show you something. Just let me show you something.
Perhaps he should show him something.
Already I've learned to slow the process of aging. Soon, I shall be able to reverse it entirely.
My new sport coat.
What are you getting at, Zinthrop?
Look, what do you see?
Animal cruelty?
See a big dog and a little dog.
Let's say an old dog and a young dog.
All right. So what?
Well, they're exactly the same age. You see, the little one, Greta, has been given regular injections of my compound from the queen wasp.
Oh, and I ripped her pituitary gland
I
out.
told you, Mr. Barker.
Now look here, Zinthrop. I understand about science and progress.
All that
and
crap.
but you were obtained to extract queen bee royal jelly. No, it's a health food, a cosmetic.
A ripoff.
It's not a miracle drug or an elixir of youth. That sort of thing is impossible.
Oh, but Mr. Parker...
Zinthrop, I'm sorry, Zinthrop, but I'm going to have to let you go.
I want to see other mad
You
scientists.
don't seem to be one of the team. You understand. Good luck. I'm sure you'll fit in somewhere.
I hear Roger Corman is hiring actors.
Fit in. Somewhere.
Oh, better get these back to Def Leppard. Oh, that does it. Now my TiVo's broken on top of everything else.
Oh, no, don't worry, my friend. We shall find a home somehow, somewhere.
Oh, no, he's not going to sing, is he?
Oh, but you sound impatient. I know. It's your babies, huh? They're hungry and they must be fed. Now, how would you like a nice, juicy little caterpillar, huh?
You can't fool us. That's a test tube.
There. Now, you must eat them. Be strong because, well, a lot of work to do together. Yes, sir. A lot of work.
I can't help feeling this is how Al Gore's going to end up. Meanwhile, in Metropolis... Very progressive, but the movie still sucks.
As you can see, gentlemen, sales for the last fiscal quarter have dropped 14.5%.
Why don't we hire a loony, wasp-obsessed scientist, ma'am?
Drop in our competitive sales. I trust one of you gentlemen has a satisfactory explanation for this decline.
Our products suck?
Not one little suggestion, gentlemen. We'll start with you, Thompson.
It's Roy Gordon.
As public relations manager, no doubt you have some faint glimmering of what's happening to stolen products. Well, Thompson?
Well, you see,
Hey, FBI, LBJ.
You're such an excellent public speaker, Thompson.
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Starlin. I guess I'm not feeling very well this morning.
I'm sorry you aren't.
I think I can tell you why Starlin products are falling off so badly, Miss Starlin.
It's that hairdo.
Lane. Where would you put the responsibility for this decline?
On me. I've been embezzling for
On
years.
you, Miss Starlin.
I imagine you have arguments to support that contention.
We've all been looking at it for the past 20 minutes.
Some of us longer.
The most convincing argument is right on that graph. May I show you? Thank you. Now, right here in April
Is where I hit puberty.
is when Starlin sales started falling off.
Very clever of you, Lane.
Listen, Weach.
Would you mind waiting until I finish, Miss Starlin?
That's enough, Lane.
Relax, Willis. My apologies for the interruption. Go on.
Thank you.
Submitted for your approval.
Now, as I said, sales began to fall in April. But the reason
Young Penny
for the fall
Marshall.
was back here in February. Starlin products have always been thought of as something of a modern miracle in the cosmetics trade.
Say, old bean.
A firm built to a multi-million-dollar-a-year business on the strength and appeal of one person, Janice Starlin. From the beginning right through until February of this year, only one woman's face was used to advertise those products.
Sandra Bernhardt.
Your face, Miss Starlin. The public have come to accept you as a symbol. Well, now, after 16 years, they see a different face. They don't trust it. They feel cheated.
As well they should.
The simple fact is that Starlin Cosmetics should have Janice Starlin's picture advertising them. Well, that's about all I've got to say.
Except you're old and ugly.
A darn good job of saying it, too. I agree. Lane makes a lot of sense on that score, Miss Starlin.
I think I've had enough flattery for one morning, gentlemen.
I don't think this lady needs a mad scientist to turn her into a giant wasp.
Very
Yeesh.
convincing argument, Lane.
There's a Mr. Zinthrop to see Miss
There's
Starlin.
only one small factor you've overlooked. Not even Janice Starlin can remain a glamour girl forever.
Miss Starlin,
Plot device to see you, Miss Starlin.
there's a Mr. Zinthrop in reception. He says he has an appointment.
Thank you. Huh? It's been a very informative get-together.
By which I mean I hope you all die. Yay, group is out. Let's go play on the lawn.
Oh, Arthur,
Yes, Miss Starlin.
I'd like to
in my office, please.
And bring the thing with you.
Take it easy, Hotshot.
Ah, Attack of the 1960s
Something on your
interior
mind,
decorators.
Stolen?
You've done some work on royal jelly, haven't you?
A little.
Are there any real therapeutic values in it?
Well, I'd say so. Of course, a lot depends on each individual's reaction to the stuff.
But with a name like Smucker's, it has to be good.
What do you mean?
It's just that no two people reacted precisely the same way. One man's meat's another man's poison.
Oh.
Okay, or woman's
But you
meat.
think royal jelly can be beneficial in some cases?
Queen Bee said a lot of store by it.
I'll accept that as an affirmative answer.
Even though I have no idea what the hell you just said.
Supposing a more powerful form of royal jelly could be obtained.
From the Honey Nut Cheerios
Queen
bee.
Wasp, for example. Well, do you suppose that might have some rejuvenating effect on a human being?
Nope, movie's over.
Stay away from wasps if I were you, Miss Stolen. Socially, the queen wasp is on a level with the black widow spider. They're both carnivorous. They paralyze their victims and then take their time devouring them alive.
Like me.
And they kill their mates in the same way, too. Strictly a one-sided romance.
Don't patronize me, Lane.
Well, I'm not exactly interested in the love life of the queen wasp.
But the climax of the film depends on it.
I want your opinion on the possibilities of using enzyme extracts from royal wasp jelly commercially.
Well, if you want an honest opinion, Miss Stolen,
Of course I want an honest opinion.
Just not from you.
then my advice is forget about it.
I tried, I can't.
Thank you, Arthur.
Anytime, Miss Stolen.
John Canemaker, ladies and gentlemen. John Canemaker. Just turn into a wasp, come on.
Have Mr. Zinthrop come in.
Yes, Miss Darling. You can go in out there.
Oh. About time.
Oh, they're going to do the parrot sketch.
Janice Darling Enterprises.
Miss Darling?
Yes. How do you do?
Which organ will you remove
I'm
first?
afraid I won't be able to give you much time, Mr. Zinthrop.
But it is I who give you the time, Miss Darling. Oh, yes. Plenty of time I give you. 10, maybe 15 years I give you.
He's become a Nair salesman.
I want you to understand one thing very clearly, Mr. Zinthrop.
I'm a broadly drawn feminist caricature.
Expect absolute proof of what you claim in your letter. Tangible proof, not words.
Such proof you shall get, madame. And more.
If you order now.
But I think I better show you in the laboratory, yes?
In the bathroom? What? Oh.
Why?
We'll just wait here then.
Look.
They look terrible.
You're no Helena Troy yourself, lady.
Get them out of their misery.
Madame, you ask for proof. Please be kind enough to look at proof you ask for. May I proceed? Thank you.
Now, you may want to leave the room if you have an aversion to ritualistic satanic blood-sucking. And our hero prepares to piss off another helpless animal. He injected it with underscore.
In a few minutes, madame, you shall see a miracle you shall not believe.
A dead guinea pig.
Oh, no tricks. You may look if you like. I have no tricks. Well, don't look at me. I'm not changing.
You're getting kind of creepy, though. Who blew it up? My God. His injection has completely changed its species.
It's not possible.
I see you do not believe one animal, so I bring two.
Basically, I keep killing till you pay me.
I show you again, yes?
Yes, I must be sure.
I think her PETA membership just defaulted. Rodent heroin chic. Stop him, lady!
Walnut, darling, does my secret have interest for you, yes?
Yes, they were delicious.
What are your terms, Mr. Zenthrop?
First, I must have a laboratory equipped with everything I need for my research. If we're successful, well, I ask for a little percentage.
Oh, and I'm kind of addicted to torturing animals.
Get full credit for my discovery. That is most important to me.
I'll have Gordon draw up the contract.
Oh, contracts. Contracts I do not need. You give me your word. Good enough, great.
You amaze me.
You're that stupid.
Frankly, when I received your letter, I thought you were just another eccentric. But there's always a chance you might not be. Then you walk in here and show me nothing short of a miracle. 2 miracles.
8 miracles.
And you say that you'll accept my word that I won't cheat you.
You won't. I know you're a good woman, even if you do not like other people to know it. However, my formula may not be good for human beings. I have not tested yet.
But anyway, about that contract.
You will on me.
Oh, no. There might be danger.
Those are my terms, Mr. Zenthrop. Janice Starlin will be your next guinea pig.
But what if she turns into a horrible wasp woman?
Very well. Though it may take a little time to prepare sufficient extract. A week, maybe more.
I'll make whatever arrangements you may need for your equipment.
Thank you, madame.
But please don't mention my equipment
now I see how
again.
you built all this.
I'm very close to losing it, Mr. Zenthrop. Maybe working together we can save Janice Starlin Enterprises.
Or at the very least, turn me into a hideous
Maybe you can
beast.
make it bigger than ever before.
Yes. Oh, yes.
I'm sure the next 3 months...
Let's just give up on the
will
bow
see
tie. What do you say,
a
friend?
rise in Starlin sales that will surpass anything we've dared imagine. Mr. Zenthrop is working on the final stages of a development that will revolutionize the cosmetic industry.
She's going out with
Mr. has
him?
free hands in his experiments and will be answerable to no one but myself. At the moment, I cannot divulge the nature of Mr. Zentrop's experiments, but I can assure you it will bring worldwide recognition to Janice Starlin Enterprises.
Janice who now? Is there anything more comforting than a montage of science-y progress and plot progression? But seriously, why the Jerry Lewis music? Something wacky going on that I'm missing, or... And if time's passing, how come everybody's wearing the same clothes?
I don't know. This Zenthrop must be the granddaddy of all confidence men to taking a gal like Starlin.
They're on the set of Barney Miller.
Why doesn't somebody wise her up?
Like you, for instance? Bill, what makes you think Zenthrop really isn't on the level?
Is it that he keeps turning us into
After all,
giant
we don't even
wasps?
know what he's working on. It could be very legitimate.
Or as bad as she is. Oh, women.
Men.
Those are the genders, yeah.
Every time you're stuck for an answer, you always come up with women. You're not getting out of this one so easily. I'd like to know why you think Zenthrop really hasn't got something.
Well, you can call it male intuition if you like. It's just that there's something about this whole business that doesn't smell right.
Well, beekeepers aren't big
Private
bathers.
laboratory, a secret experiment. Zenthrop himself. The only thing that's missing is a genie with a lamp.
Screenwriting.
You better leave the intuition to me. Come on, I'll let you buy me dinner.
Fine,
Roger
then.
Corman's bold feminist statement.
It's having your sporting blood. I thought we were going to toss for the check.
Oh, no. You won the last 3 times.
Can we end the scene now, please?
Deal with you. Dinner is on me if you promise to keep an eye on what goes on in there.
What do you want me to do? Read her mail and send you messages?
The audience voted. We want the scene to end.
Oh, no, Mr. Cooper, not you, too.
You're in this
I'm
scene,
trying to tell
too.
Bright Eyes here that I think Zenthrop is a phony and a confidence man.
If I were sure of that, I wouldn't be worried. I think he's a lot more dangerous. A quack.
Oh, I don't follow you, Coop.
Well, a confidence man would just be interested in your money. The only damage they can do is to your pocketbook. A quack can be fatal.
He's perpetually lighting that pipe. Meanwhile, on the same establishing shot as before,
So I'm back to him, I
sick of this TV every night. I mean, you know, we can do the same thing in a nightclub.
He says that, huh?
Well, almost. Good morning. Janice Starlin Enterprises.
How may I overact for you today?
I got 2 words for you. Drop dead. Twice.
That was clearly 3 words.
Irving calls me to tell me Dr. Cyclops is on Channel 9 tonight. Christ, I've seen it twice already.
Man, I wish I was watching Dr. Cyclops right now.
Good morning.
Who's the new guy? Ooh, bedhead.
Is Miss Darlin in her office now?
Oh, Miss Starlin's in conference. Would you like to speak to her secretary?
Oh, no. Just say to Miss Darlin I should like to see her when she has time. Huh?
Tell her it's in regard to the Corman movie.
Was there something else, Mr. Vincent?
You have maybe animals that need brutalizing? Goodbye, inexplicably creepy old man. What do you suppose they were aiming for with that scene?
A regular 2-eyed Dr. Cyclops.
Even the bow.
Good morning. May I see Miss Zodling, please? He's a real weirdie.
Everyone in this movie's a real weirdie.
Who cares?
You know, Morton thinks he's a crackpot. I heard him telling Cooper so. Old Buckeyes really has the execs worried.
But what?
That's just it. They don't know.
Oh. So anyway...
Back to my bad acting. Oh, I love this shot, remember? Hey, you need any help in there padding the plot?
Good morning, Miss Darling. Good morning.
Good morning. I couldn't get away any sooner. Is it important?
Miss Darlin,
I've invented string cheese.
do you remember the big cat I showed you last week? No?
What about it?
Well,
It came back.
I want you to look at him. Come.
But this is an old pair of underpants.
Quite a difference, yes?
Incredible. Say, Mark,
It's a cat.
you're young again. Can you realize what that means? You're a kitten again.
I'm not housebroken anymore
How
either.
nice to live over. How does it feel?
I think perhaps you'll be able to find out for yourself, Miss Darling. Today will be your first injection.
Save me! Help me! That music. Somewhere Shatner's doing the Kirk roll.
Sit down, please.
I have no reason not to trust this senile, unemployed mad scientist, right? Now, I must warn you, there's a 98% chance you'll turn into a wasp creature from hell, but anyway, here we go. Gritty. Bzz.
Mr. Gleason of accounting on line 3.
The great one works in accounting at Starlin Enterprises? Wow.
What is it, Gleason?
To the moon, you say?
I sent you a memo. Mr. Zinthrop has carte blanche to order anything he requires.
Mr. Gleason's hot.
No concern of yours, Gleason.
Make out a check for the full amount.
Sue? Mary. Can I talk to Mr. Lanimer?
It's about the lull in the movie.
Bill? Hey, listen. Gleason just got a bill for $2,300. Zinthrop. Enzyme extract.
Oh, my ovipositor feels bloated today. Heroin addiction is like a nest of bees in your head.
Yes, we are making progress. There's great improvement in the tissue.
How long till she's a wasp? I'm bored.
Why is it taking so long? It's the third week.
You forget, my dear, there's more to you than a little kitten, no?
You saying I'm fat?
Besides, there's a difference in metabolism.
Why not increase the dosage? Wouldn't that step up the process?
Patience, my dear, patience.
Something this movie demands from its viewers.
Lightly, with care, Your Honor, please.
I believe Bela Lugosi acted as a consultant on this sequence.
There. You know,
I have no idea what I'm doing.
I've been experimenting with a concentrated solution of the enzymes. Oh, a great deal more powerful than the solution I've been using in your injection.
Oh?
Yes.
Sonny D?
And I think it will be better for lotions. As an emollient lotion, it'll make estrogenic creams and all such products old-fashioned.
I'd like him not to say lotion or cream again.
Stalin will be world famous, bringing you to millions.
You're right, Zenthrop. There are going to be a few red faces in my advertising department.
But I am right.
I have test tubes and everything.
Mirror will tell you that I am right. Why, you look at least 5 years younger than you looked 3 weeks ago.
I know.
Meanwhile, Sandy Berger drops by the National Archives. Uh-oh. She came across Starlin's stash of fabric softener sheets. You know, Starlin Enterprises desperately needs a corporate trust retreat. Tonight, an undercover stenographer. The Tiki God sees what you've done, honey.
Will you let me talk to Bill a minute, Sue? Thanks. Bill, I think I've got it.
Boogie fever, I think I've got it.
Yeah, I'm a nervous wreck. Lunch.
We take you now to lunch, already in progress.
I'm not very good at that technical stuff. Pseudo-technical.
Like a Roger Corman movie.
Zenthrup's a very capable confidence man, from what I read in this letter. He claims he can stimulate the processes of rejuvenation through the use of enzymes extracted from wasps.
Oh, for...
Idiot, everyone knows you have to use tree frogs.
What are you two Sherlocks going to do about it?
Right now, I don't know.
Munch on this pipe interminably?
That woman's so intent on holding back time, she's ready to fall for the first phony line she hears. Wasp.
Humbug.
Bill.
Face the facts, Mary Janice Starland has built her whole life on youth and beauty. Now that she's losing them, she's scared to death.
You should understand
Right now,
that.
she's on cloud 9 with that quack Zenthrop that I'd hate to be around when she comes back down to earth.
Well,
Don
maybe
Knotts
we'll
in the
let
Hugh
her down
Beaumont story.
I think we owe her that much.
Yeah. Well, what are we going to do? We can't just let Zenthrop build up her hopes and then knock the props out from under her.
How can he do such a terrible
Well,
thing?
he's foreign.
Poor Jan. There must be something we can do before it's too late.
He's got a mighty convincing argument. Very impressive to the layman. 10 to 1, he's got a record just as impressive.
Pipe
We'll
anyone?
need to find out. The answer might be right here in our hands.
I feel like I really know these characters and hate them.
I'm going to keep this letter for a day or two.
Wait a minute. Suppose she finds out it's gone. I'm the only one with access to that desk. She'll know I took it.
Well, it's a chance you have to take, Mary.
I think we can be pretty sure that Troop knows what he's doing, honey.
He does smoke a pipe.
Well, come on, young lover.
Well, bzzz, I guess. Oh, she's gonna hide Gareth's stapler. It might just be me, but Janice doesn't seem like she'd be very much fun in a game of categories. Hi, Bob. Hi, Carol. Hi, Jerry. And she turns into a wasp. Darn it. Why is she sneaking around her own enterprises? I just want to hold that kitty one more time. Oh, she's got the munchies. I get it. It's the secret formula for Mountain Dew. Isn't there some sort of cinematic shorthand we could employ at this point, movie? Movie, your audience is like 4 miles ahead of you. Okay, we get it. The Courtney Love Weight Loss Program. She's turning into a Klingon. Oh, those are good enzymes. Apparently, Zinthrop also discovered a way to slow down time. Now she finds the kitten with its guts inside out, mewing, "Kill me, kill me!" How stupid am I, folks? Mittens, no! Wow, she looks slightly different. Bless you, my child.
What is it, Maureen?
You have wings.
It is you, Miss Darling.
Of course it's me. Who did you think it was?
Estelle Getty.
You look so different.
Finish your nail.
Apparently wasps are very condescending. Sheesh.
Maureen,
Hmm?
I think your phone is ringing.
Oh, yes, Miss Darling.
Sorry, I'm so dumb.
Good morning. Janice Darling Enterprises.
Comedy jokes.
Gentlemen, Janice Darlin Enterprises is about to start on the most widespread publicity campaign in the history of the cosmetic industry.
Who brought the cocaine?
Our slogan will be, Return to Youth for Janice Darlin. When Mr. Zinthrop arrives, there will be a press interview, and all questions regarding the rejuvenation process will be referred to him.
As will all lawsuits.
That'll be all for now, gentlemen.
It's amazing.
Oh, it's wonderful.
And that stinger.
I said that will be all for now, gentlemen. Good morning.
Things are always awkward around the office when the boss turns into a mutant.
Oh, not you, Mary. Wait a moment, please.
Yes, Miss Darling.
I want you to stand next to me so I look even more pretty.
Mary.
You've got to try some of my jelly.
It's a miracle. A wonderful, incredible miracle.
We were so worried about you. We really thought you were in danger. We even went to plotting how to rescue you from Mr. Zinthrop.
Bzzz, I mean, ha ha ha.
It all seems so silly. It seems ridiculous.
Oh, Mary. Mary, how old do I look? Tell me. How old? How old do I look? Tell me. How old?
Well, you're acting like you're 3.
23? Maybe 22?
That's how old I was when I started Janice Darlin Enterprises.
Right after my deal with
Do you
Beelzebub.
realize what that means? I'm back where I started, 18 years ago, with what it took 18 years to accomplish.
Nothing could possibly go wrong.
It's like a dream.
Well, time to put another batch of wasp mutants out of their misery. Now, who's first for torture? Hey, another shot from that montage. Oh, the orchestra's bipolar. It's Mittens, and she's pissed. Rub cat gently on face 3 times a day. So basically, she's like any cat.
Years ago, a bunch of quacks were treating people with monkey glands. Seemed to work for a while.
But it was too fattening.
And the deterioration set in.
That's awful. Do you think that will happen to Jan?
Oh, heavens, yes.
Oh. If I could just get inside of his lab and run a breakdown on what he's using.
What do you know? I lose the bet. You can fit 5 dead cats in a bread box. What else can I kill? Get smart. The senile years. Here's hoping the distinct smell of pipe smoke doesn't give me away. That is one huge, featureless elevator. Lemony Snicket's a series of extremely fortunate events. Now, where does he keep that bug juice? It's Mr. Rogers' laboratory. Wonder if you can smoke bees. He found Zinthrop's treatment for a Da Vinci Code knockoff. He's going to carve pipes forever into the desk. Why, this passport is forged. He's not from East Waspistan. Cat scraper. Oh, she knocks all of a sudden.
Mr. Zinthrop!
I have the urge to deposit my eggs in a host animal. Is that normal?
Mr. Zinthrop?
I'm slightly less pretty than I'd like to be.
Mr. Zinthrop?
I hate people who aren't here. So, pretty loose security in the Wasp room, huh? Night of the Living Quack. Ah, the trademark Corman lack of clarity. He was hit by the sound man.
To find him, Mr. Hellman. I don't care what it costs.
We'll find him, all right. Sooner or later, we find them all.
I'm still recovering from that violent cut.
Time is vital, Mr. Hellman. Every hour he's gone, it means more than you can possibly imagine.
Well, you haven't given me very much to go on. No home address, no former employer, no phone.
No ticky, no
just
shirty.
like starting from scratch.
Mr. Zinthrop wasn't a conventional employee.
He's actually sort of a fruitcake.
He didn't go through regular personnel.
Uh-huh. You say he came here about a month ago. Well, how did he come here, Miss Starlin? He just didn't walk in off the street, did he?
Well, actually, sort of, yeah.
The letter.
the drawer.
Let's see now. Where is that Publishers Clearinghouse letter?
Maybe one of the other drawers.
So that's what she meant.
What who meant?
She needs Wasp strength Aleve.
Miss Starlin. The letter's been taken, and you think you know who took it, is that right?
It's making more sense of this than I am.
My secretary, Miss Dennison.
You got her address handy?
Her phone number.
It might be better if I busted in on her cold.
Oh,
This
you
way
would
she'll
like
have a chance
that.
to prepare a story.
I know what I'm doing.
All right.
Mary? Janice Starlin.
But before I went to lunch, I made a duplicate copy of Mr. Zenthrop's letter. I was going to take that one to Bill and Mr. Cooper at first, but then I thought that the original would be better.
Geez, don't let her testify if things get out of hand.
Yes, it's in my desk.
Get that copy, Miss Dennison.
946 West 73rd Street, Manhattan. Yeah, that's right.
It's a Corman production. Yeah.
Get right on it, Jerry, and check back with me as soon as you can.
Cucarucarucha, Chevy 39. Studio wanted to cut this part, but Corman stuck to his guns. Ah, look out! Cop Lunch, the movie. Will you sponsor my band trip? She only bought 2 Snickers. Movie? Got like a fac or a wiki I could read. What's going on? Pick up on my Wisa, she's so divine. Helps me stealing hubcaps, wasted all the time. Have you considered supporting a third-party candidate? Smart man. Did Corman accidentally edit in a reel of his home movies or what? I'm just gonna run in and use the ATM real quick. Sting at his most tantric can't last as long as this scene. Oh well, it was all worth it. Not. That'll be my boy about lunch.
Yeah. Oh?
I said Manhattan, New York, you idiot.
You're sure he's our boy? Uh-huh.
Is he?
Central emergency. Mm-hmm. Right.
Wrong number.
Well, it looks like we've got him. There's a John Doe down at Central Emergency, auto accident. There's no identification on him, but he was wearing a lab smock and filled Zinthrop's description.
Ain't
Mary,
poop insane.
Mike, get a cab downstairs. You badly hurt.
Head injury, general contusion to the body.
Zinthrop, we brought your cat.
He's had a severe injury and there's definite brain damage. Just how much, we can't tell as yet.
How long before you'll know?
It's hard to say, Miss Starlin.
This is a Corman movie.
Who's the best man for this kind of injury?
Well, there are several top specialists.
Get the best.
Oh, she's so
I'll take full
compassionate.
responsibility for the expenses.
Yes, Miss Starlin.
This scene's making me sentimental for my mad scientist. Hey, since when does he smoke a pipe?
I don't know, Arthur. I think it best we wait.
It's been 3 days since the accident, Jan. And no sign of improvement. He's still in a coma.
It would be wrong to
You
lay
heard what the
eggs in
doctor
him.
said. He may never regain consciousness. And even if he does, who knows how badly his brain has been damaged.
And how would we tell, really?
Well, I'll give it another 48 hours.
Before I sting you in the throat.
He doesn't regain consciousness by then. Well, you can take over the laboratory, Arthur.
Janet,
It's my decision.
You know, I'm sick of all these preachy movies saying it's wrong to play God and inject insect enzymes into ourselves. Stupid Hollywood. Hey, they just employed editing. Looks like I got my hopes up too soon. Still, though, it'll be fun to see the entire enzyme injection regimen replayed in real time for the 4th time. I like it. I really do.
It's incredible.
Proof that Jesus smoked a
Right
pipe.
in front of our noses. We can't have used it all. I could run a qualitative analysis.
Who are you talking to there, Pipey? Sandy Berger returns to the National Archives. Sorry. Oh, he's interrupting Yo-Yo Ma's rehearsal. Let's see, milk, purple stuff. All right, Sunny D. Synthrop, you're the best. He's like the 5th character to do this. Uh-oh. Mum and Chance. She's making him perform modern dance. She's biting his neck, just like a wasp. Hey, Bruno, all right. A wacky murder just occurred. Now this here is a man who knows crappy monster movies.
Always goes on a fritz right in the middle of a good program.
I was just about to get hanitized. Ooh, she stung the editor. Why do I taste tobacco?
I want this to be the biggest advertising campaign in the history of cosmetic advertising.
We've hit a wormhole. We're back at the
Every
beginning.
newspaper and magazine in the country will be flooded with our new slogan.
Bzzz.
Return to youth with Janice Darlin.
Excuse me, Miss Darlin.
What is it, Thompson?
You just pollinated all over the donuts.
Miss Darlin, cosmetics are one thing, medications another. We're liable to run into trouble.
Yes. All advertising copy will be cleared through your office.
Well, it's a touchy business, you know.
Max is right, Miss Darlin.
Don't have to second the motion, Lane.
Got a piece of pipe lodged in my throat.
I want one thing understood very clearly now, gentlemen.
We're well into the 3rd act now.
Janice Darlin Enterprises is going to bring the most fantastically saleable product ever developed by modern cosmetics to the public. And I don't intend to be restricted by timidity on the part of my own staff. Is that clear?
Yes, you're a nutjob mutant, and that's just fine.
Are you all right, Miss Darlin? Just a little headache, Mary.
And a thorax ache.
I'm fine.
Can I get you something?
I'm all right. I'm all right. Thank you.
I have some aspirin in my purse.
I'll sting you.
It's all right, Mary. Well, that'll be all for now, gentlemen.
Maybe she just needs more enzyme injections. That must be it. Fall back on your strengths.
Hi, sweetie.
Gee, I sure hope they give the girls working at Starlin first crack at that new stuff. Imagine being 18 again.
Imagine being a hideous hell beast.
They can take 15 years off Starlin. They can take 10 off you.
What do you mean 10?
Face it, honey. This is Maureen you're talking to.
Maureen's my favorite character.
Well, if I were you, I'd take a double dose. Then maybe Irving wouldn't watch television so much.
So who says he looks at it?
I can't imagine what else he does.
Forget.
Say, did Cooper come in yet?
Missed a board meeting this morning. I bet Starlin's having a fit.
Either that or she ate his face.
Uh-oh. See you later.
Bye, honey.
Hey, it's two wild and crazy guys.
Hi, pretty puss.
Hey, now.
You know where, Miss Starlin's office is?
Gabe Kaplan, the sleazy years.
Sweet number one.
La-dee-da, the Duchess of Flatbush herself.
Your Majesty.
Have this phone wrapped around your ear, wise guy.
It's more like it, sister.
Come on, let's go be unappealing someplace else.
Sweet number one.
Roger Corman, the king of comedy.
Miss Starlin,
600 wasps to see you.
is there anything I can do?
Yes. Is Mr. Zinthrop's room ready?
Uh-huh. The nurse is fixing the emergency equipment now, and the ambulance is due any minute.
Well, be sure to let me know when it arrives.
Or I'll eat your head.
Oh, Mary, please, before you go, could you see if you could work that thing?
Oh, sure.
I'll make you some coffee.
Lots of babies.
Oh, simple enough. That'll be all, Mary. Thank you.
Joy is in the details, I guess.
We've had a room specially made over for you, Mr. Zinthrop, and Miss Warren has a room adjoining yours, so there'll be someone near you at all times.
And I'll probably just end up killing you anyway.
When you're feeling better, Mr. Zinthrop, there are a few things I'd like to discuss with you.
His brain hurts! Maybe it was an artistic choice to have the set look crappy.
We'll do everything we can to make you comfortable, Mr. Zinthrop.
You do like hibernating with hundreds of hornets,
I have
right?
to spend the nights here in my office. So if anything develops, I'll be on hand.
Thank you. Thank you. Stop. Only there's something. I must tell you. Something important.
I just went number 2.
Important, but I cannot remember.
Boo, for shame. Come on.
I'm sure it can wait. Right now, the main thing is to get you back to health.
I'm sincerely concerned with your well-being and not at all obsessed with my business.
Yes, Miss Starlin.
Sure is funny about old Coop.
If you think disemboweling is a hoot, yeah.
Work and you're ready to call missing person.
Well, he's a pretty conscientious guy, honey. If he felt sick or something, he'd have called in.
Relax. We'll probably be in bright and chipper in the morning.
Interrupting something?
Oh, we were just having a little coffee clutch, Miss Starlin. We were talking about Mr. Cooper.
You mean the one I ate?
What about Mr. Cooper?
Well, about his missing the meeting this morning. Nobody's been able to reach him all day.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. Mr. Cooper's been here a long time. Probably feels he's entitled to take a day for himself now and then.
So does she know she's a wasp or not? Or...
Oh, by the way, Miss Starlin, how is Mr. Zinthrop?
Oh, fine.
Loopy as ever.
In a few days, we'll start the layouts for the campaign.
Oh, I'm ready when you are, boss.
Look goes over.
She's not very nice.
Hey, Bill.
Huh?
Don't go getting any ideas about the boss.
Me? Don't be silly. I just wanted to know that I'm an eager member of the team. Still, she is looking a lot younger these days, isn't she?
Yeah, when she's not covered with mucus and
Do you
eyes.
think Zinthrop would give you any of those treatments? You know, break the watch or something?
Yay, the movie broke. Oh, dang it.
Guaranteed of this truth.
America's truth detector, my fanny. Well, let's get me killed. Sounds like Fat Death.
What's that? What?
Here, lie back now. You just had a bad dream. Lie down now. Go to sleep.
Don't make me act now.
This horrible sound. Like a nightmare.
Bad dream. Lie down.
Edith Prickly, RN.
Tell Mr. Green that personnel is his responsibility.
Miss Starlin, did you gain 80 pounds overnight?
And worrying whether the night watchman walked off the job.
Well, that's just it, Miss Starlin. Mr. Green feels that the watchman never left the building. His lunch pail and his raincoat are still in the basement.
Along with his alarming porn collection.
I don't want to hear anything more about it, Mary. All right, Miss Starlin. We'll use these.
Sorry, I got some jelly on them.
She swears she heard a scream from one of the other floors. Zinthrop heard it too, but she convinced him he was having a bad dream.
Oh, maybe they both were.
Let's us have a bad dream, baby.
It's not funny anymore, Mary. There's something going on in that building. Now I'm going to find out what it is.
How?
Have a look around Cooper's lab, for one thing.
See if I can't get me killed.
That, I don't know.
And now these messages.
Hold steady.
Bill, this is crazy. We can really get in trouble.
I'm already grounded from play rehearsal.
I won't tire you, Miss Warren, but it is important.
All right, Miss Starlin. I'll be in my room.
Don't ruin your appetite.
Zinthrop, you've got to help me.
I actually enjoyed eating the fat guy.
Something's happening to me. I can't control it.
There is something I must remember, but I can't.
Write your own screenplay in 20 minutes.
The Wasp enzyme. The extract you were experimenting with before the accident. Try to think.
Well, this is Zinthrop's notebook, Mary. Notes on his experiments with Jan.
And all his recipes.
Well, how did Cooper get hold of it?
I don't know. If only Coop would show up.
Check the executive toilet.
Mary, look.
Mr. Cooper's pipe.
Don't you get it? He's going to go out without his pants and leave that pipe behind.
This proves she's a wasp.
He's still somewhere in the building. I bet a year's salary on it.
$50?
If he is.
He's dead. And the night watchman.
And the audience's interest.
There's only enough left for one more injection. One more. You've got to make more Zinthrop. Help me, Zinthrop.
She's a regular Mother Teresa. You're wearing that sweater? Nearby, a dog is beaten. Boy, Halloween's big around this office. Ooey gooey. Nope, still drawing a blank. We heard the mask is really dumb. Can we see?
Is he asleep?
I don't know.
I entered the room when you did, moron.
Don't touch him.
He's all
If anyone knows
old.
what's behind all this, it's him. Mr. Zinthrop.
Bill. Look at.
She wore that sweater. Oh, yes, good. Please. Yes, yes, yes. Let's see the entire injection routine unedited in slow motion this time, okay? Please, yes. I would have so many questions right now if I cared. Hey, she's gonna shoot the title sequence.
Her coat, purse, and everything else is still in there.
Nothing
Well,
matches.
without her purse.
Bill, let's get out of here. I don't like it.
The cat must warn her.
Stay away from Corman.
Mr. Zinthrop.
What was that you said about Corman?
Who are you?
Well, there's nothing to be alarmed about, Mr. Zinthrop. I'm Bill Lane, and this is Miss Dennison, Miss Starlin's secretary.
Miss Starlin. The cat.
What about a cat?
Must warn her. Injections.
Cheesy lines.
Must not
Bad
take
dialogue.
Injections.
Is Miss Darlin in danger?
Terrible danger. I was...
Take it easy, Mr. Zinthrop. You're still pretty weak. Mary, see if you can get Jan on the phone.
Panties.
There's no answer. Oh, Miss Darlin?
Is that you, Mary?
We're in the building. We're in Mr. Zinthrop's room. Something's happened down
Here,
here.
let me talk to her. Hello, Miss Starlin. This is Lane.
Why are you and Mary still in the building?
For the climax of the movie.
Myself.
Don't let it get up, Mary.
Myself.
I can't explain now, Miss Starlin.
Oh, man. Now Zinthrop's character's lost the tiny amount of dignity he had.
Don't worry, Mr. Zinthrop. We won't let anything happen to Miss Darlin.
Hello. Hello, Miss Starlin.
What's going on down there?
Stay in your office. I'll be right up.
Better powder my wings, both sets.
Zinthrop, honey, I'm going upstairs.
Oh, no. The insect. The insect.
Take it easy, Mr. Zinthrop.
You do not understand. Miss Darling, she's in danger. I must warn her.
I'll have to stay here. You go for Jan.
Somebody do something.
Call the police. You can't get outside on this phone.
All right, I'll hurry.
That's not the police. No, no, the police.
Hi, Bob. Hi, Carol. Hi, Jerry. I think the fall line's going to be a little late this year. Oh no, something vague is happening. How can you kill me with the door closed?
What is this, Mary? Please, would you please call the police? What for? Well, look, I don't have time
To act.
Mary!
I'm sorry I had to do that.
She had it coming.
Now, what is this?
The enzymes. The enzymes.
The active cultures in yogurt.
Sure, Mr. Zinthrop, honey. You just relax and take it easy. Everything will be all right. We'll take care of those whatever
You do
you
not
call them.
understand. You do not understand.
No,
Miss
we
Darling,
don't,
you
frankly.
send her upstairs. She's in danger. You must stop her before it is too late.
Okay, as soon as the cops get here, we'll take her.
Oh, you fool, you fool. Miss Darling will kill her and tear her body to shreds.
You choose now to be coherent.
Miss Darling is not a human being any longer. The enzymes have changed her. She will destroy the girl as a female wasp would destroy her enemies, and then devour the remains.
So she's a little bit more bitchy than before.
Then Bill found Mr. Zinthrop's notebook in Cooper's desk. No, there's no mistake. We've got to call the police now.
Now, Mary, you're just getting a little excited.
You're just excited that I'm a murderer, that's
You
all.
want to hurt Mr. Cooper.
I don't know. It's not only Mr. Cooper. What about...
Would you take that silly thing off? She's turning into Jean Shalit. It's so ludicrous! Ooh, wasp fight. Do you like my Steve Buscemi costume?
I told you were correct. Mary.
Can't leave women alone for 5 minutes. Curse you, Bob. Curse you, Carol. Curse you, Jerry.
Wait, I go with you.
Oh, goody.
I can't wait. I'm going to take the stairs.
Oh, look. Laboratory. She's going to laboratory.
Get up the stairs fast.
Just kill me off, Corman. Quite contrary. Oh, the editor psyched him out. Slick one, Chief. Oh no! Macy Gray, look out! Ah, don't throw your stool. Oh great, Head Wound Harry's here. Slightly more dignified than that rambling he was doing before. Oh no, obscure things! And still I remain indifferent on the subject of wasps. Oh, come on, foul, out of left field, come on. And thus, a bad story dies an awkward death. Oops, my bad, that was me, sorry.
Mary.
Don't you know me? Mary. I don't want any plastics and I don't want any ground floors. Huh? Oh, so the bees dreamt the whole thing. I get it. Lame. Thanks for watching, folks. Remember, don't play God. Stay ugly. See you next time.